Welcome back to Seamless Xtra as we continue to explore the latest trends and innovations in the world of digital commerce.
Hello, André. Thank you for making the time to meeting me today for our Seamless Xtra interview. Could you maybe briefly introduce yourself for the viewers who don't know you yet?
Yeah, hello. Thank you for the time also from my side. My name is André Moeller, and I'm in charge of everything which is payment-related risk and fraud stuff at Elli. Elli is Volkswagen Group Charging, and we are in charge of everything which is e-mobility for the volume brands, Volkswagen, Skoda, Cupra, Seat, and Audi, plus our own brand, Elli, for the European region.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Now let's start with our first question. What are the latest payments trends in e-commerce and retail at the moment?
I'm very critical in that question himself, because the latest trends I see in the payment industry is open banking, which is related to mostly e-commerce stuff, and we at Elli are doing also e-commerce stuff in a very little way, but the most business we do is charging business with our customers. So there we are the biggest network operator in Europe at the moment with our we cover over 600,000 charging points. And the latest trends, which is also be celebrating like the new holy grail, is open banking, which I don't see at the from my point of view as the holy grail, because in the end of the day it's a SEPA mandate. So the first transaction is secure, but in the following transactions you have a SEPA mandate, especially when we talk about our business, which is variable recurring payment. I can't work with this because SEPA is too risky for us, because the option of the customer to set up a chargeback for the last 13 months is too risky for us in the charging sessions or in the charging environment. So yeah, latest payments trends are open banking, but I also see request to pay for e-commerce as a trend. Could be a potential trend, especially I know the Otto Group is working hardly on that, but it's also nothing for us. So if you ask me overall latest payments trends, then it is open banking and request to pay, I think. But dedicated to our business, there is no new payment trend, because everything is celebrating as a new payment method, which is, we call it in German, old wine in new transportations like this, you know. There is nothing new and nothing which could be celebrated as the new holy grail.
Okay, thank you very much for your thoughts, for your insights. Now let's move on to the next question. How can AI and machine learning be used in both online and offline transactions?
Here I can only give the view from our side with from charging payments and stuff. Let's move it to some other stage. How can AI and machine learning help us out to identify potential fraudsters, and how can they help us to protect our systems to losing money? And in that case, I can give you a real answer about online and offline retail transactions, but I can give you insights from my perspective, from my point of view, and their AI and machine learning will help us a lot to protect our systems, to not losing money anymore to potential fraudsters. Why it is so? Step back, we starting with the machine learning, I think, in the last year, where we bring our informations to the machines to learn how they can defend with our input to reduce the fraud. And in that case, the next step is AI, because from my point of view, AI is based on machine learning and what we put in the machine to learn and teach the AI to help us in the future to defend and protect our systems of losing money and potential fraud. Okay, I'm pretty sure the fraudsters will also use this. So we ending up in a competitive, like we know the last years. So in that case, as I mentioned before, I can give an answer based on our business. I am in charge for payments, but not really on online and retail, online offline retail. But I will give of my background some information about that, or some views from my side, which will help us in the online world, machine learning and AI, to identify the potential of a customer. Maybe he's buying something and we can add out based on what he's buying. Maybe he needs this also. What the assumption of Amazon is doing in the last years, what they say, other customers buy this, if you buy that, that's machine learning. And I think that we can on this, we can focus on it with AI.
All right, thank you very much. Now, how are localization and omni-channel payments shaping global e-commerce? What do you say?
The localization will be very important, I think, because we as Elli are focused to Europe, so step back from global, because we are just in charge of Europe. And in that case, from my point of view, I see a big potential for localized stuff and localized payments also, because each dedicated or many dedicated countries are setting up localized payment methods against the big US brands like PayPal, Visa, MasterCard. So, you know, in that case, we have some initiatives. For example, in Germany, which is Pay Direct or GiroPay, or we have EPS in Austria, Ideal in the Netherlands, which is now take over to the EPI, the European Payment Initiative, where they need to go to set up some European thing. And I think they will have a space, but not so many, because on the local side, you will have some need of the customers. So which you have for Swish in Sweden, or Whips in the Scandinavian countries, or Tink, not Tink, the Switzerland one. They're starting a good localized solution, because they identify the need of the customers, bring everybody to the table, and set up something bank-wise for the customer. So they're starting with the customer view, set up something for the customer, which is used for the from the customers, which reduce the potential impact of the US brands. In Germany and also in the rest of Europe, we set up localized payment methods coming from the payment and not from the view of the customer. So in that case, what I don't get tired to say this. If you set up a localized or omnichannel payment methods, thinking about what the customers need, plus think about what the merchants also need. But first of all, think about what the customers need. For example, I use always my lovely wife for this. She is using for online transactions always PayPal. And on a point of sale, she is always using GiroCard. GiroCard is linked to our household account. And PayPal she used because it's safe, it's secure, and she can pay in 30 days. So where's the need that she needs to use online some other payments? She doesn't have any need. Where's the need to use on a POS account to account, or whatever you can name it? There is no need. And in that case, we have good localized payment methods in the European region. Take them, bring them together, and roll them out over Europe, because you have a identified big customer base you can use. You don't have the chicken and egg principle, and can bring this to the merchant and can say, yeah, we have something here. It's based in Switzerland, it's based in the Nordic, but we can grow them. And I was last week talking at the MPE with the guys of Vips, which they used to plan. So they roll out, they're starting in Norway, and now they localize the whole Scandinavian region, except Sweden. But as they mentioned to me, Sweden will be also covered very soon. So they roll out the payment over Europe, but they're starting on a localized base. And I think that could be a future, but don't set up new localized payment methods without any need or without a customer base, and don't hand it over to the merchant to say, you have to teach the customer to use the payment. No, it
doesn't make
sorry.
sense. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So thank you for providing that context. Now, our last question. Looking ahead, is in-car commerce the next big trend?
Really good question. So from my point of view, I get this question the last 2 weeks a couple of times because I was joining 2 conferences where I also on stage as a speaker in panel discussions, and we discussed this question on stage and beside stage. We as Volkswagen Group Charging don't use in-commerce, in-car payments yet, because if you're talking about the car, which is related to in-car payments, you have to talk to the manufacturer like Volkswagen or Audi. So we as Volkswagen Group Charging are outside of the car because we do the charging stuff. So in-car payments could be a potential new way in the future. If you also coming from the customer side thinking, which my point of view is. So for example, Mercedes rolled out their in-car payment, I think a month ago, where they give the opportunity to pay over the in-car payment, which is a decoupled credit card in the end of the day, which is related to the car. They give the opportunity to pay parking stuff and charging stuff over the in-car stuff. So also my question is, where's the need? When we're talking about in-car payment and looking to the future, I think it brings us better together if we see the customer first. So I'm a customer, for example, and 95% of my time, my car is still on a parking space because I'm working from home. I'm a remote digital worker, so I don't use my car too often. And if I go to the office to Berlin, for example, I use the train. If I go to the office in Wolfsburg, I use my car. But most of the time, my car is standing on a car park. So when we see the in-car payments, so my future car has in-car payments, so I can book the car park. Okay, don't need it. I can do the charging stuff. Okay, that I need it if I don't charge my car at home. So thinking about some more. When will I use my car in the future? When I go with my kids and family and dog and everything, parents-in-law, whatever, going by car to Spain for holidays. So there I need my car, and there I need my electric vehicle stuff and something. So in that case, you already know calculating by the car when you have to charge your car. So in that case, the space on the highway, beside on the highway, the gas station, which offer me the electric stuff, exactly know on the minute when I will be arrived there. So in that case, give me the opportunity on the way to that to, for example, order a coffee, pay it over the in-car. So then I'm joining the parking space where I put in my car, walking down to the store, grabbing my coffee because the guy behind the desk knows exactly on a minute when I will be there. So he can press the button, I get a fresh coffee, I get a fresh hot coffee. And when I walk to the store with my kid on my hand, every parent knows this. Childs always say, Dad, I'm hungry. So in that case, walking to the store, say, okay, add some candy bar, add some sausage, whatever you like. I don't need my cell phone. I don't need my credit card because I'm saying to the guy, put it on a bill. And we have a circle of in-car payment. I think that's my assumption. And I would love to use something like that. From charging point, we will have a bridge in the future, which is plug and charge, which could be related to in-car payments, but it could be also related to the account of the customer, which is in the app. So now I talk very much a lot of stuff. I hope you can grab it, and I hope
Yes,
I
definitely.
had the red line between.
Yeah, thank you very, very much for your insights. That's a lot of food for thought, I would say, especially for the future trends that we explored. Yeah, thank you very much for your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you and meeting you at Seamless Europe this year.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye bye.